Hello, welcome to the Film Vomit Podcast, an extension of the Vomit series of podcasts. As always, we're your hosts, Mac Taylor
Cole Selby.
and we are here today to finish this fucking journey that we have been on for months now, and that was the road to the Ginger Dead Man versus the Evil Bong, which turned into both full franchises.
Yep.
Evil Bong 777, which the title makes sense now, knowing it's
Yeah, it
Vegas
does.
themed. Because coming into
Yeah.
this, I was like, why the fuck is it called that?
I feel like betrayed, honestly, and lied to. Like, come on, the last one, it was six. You had something going for you there.
Yeah,
Disappointed.
666 made more sense, but at least the 777 thing, at least they had a theme that kind of coincided with it.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't just pure fucking randomness.
Yeah. As soon as like the title sequence came up, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like, oh, okay, it makes sense. I mean, the movie doesn't make sense,
No, it
but
doesn't.
the titling of the movie makes sense,
Yeah.
which is a small victory that
It
we must
is.
take.
It
We
is.
start out with a recap of 666. And then we get the opening sequence, which is Vegas themed. And both of those take up 5 minutes of this 59-minute movie.
Yeah. Yeah. This movie's like 45 minutes long, it feels like, after everything else.
And like really nothing happens.
Yeah. Nothing. And I didn't want another recap.
No, because well, I mean, for us, like I guess for them, the movie had been a year before, but still, no one. It doesn't matter. It's not like they're really telling a fluent story anyway. You
God
just
no. God
just
no.
start the movie. So we start out, and for some reason, again, Luann is fake baddie again, even though at the
Yeah.
end she turned back into Luann.
I was like, what? Like, why? Why?
I guess they were like, well, we still have the costume, and this was kind of funny before. Let's do it again for the whole movie again.
I hated every minute of it. Every
It
second of
got
it.
really grating. It did.
I hate it.
And then for some reason, Misty's characters changed in this because in the last one, she was just kind of like going with the flow of what everyone was doing. And in this one, she's just like the annoyed one
Yeah.
for most of the movie,
I mean, I guess she gets her little her shift.
which doesn't make any sense.
Like,
It's not earned.
wow. Like,
So
I
like
don't
for most of the
I don't
movie, she just
understand.
annoyed. That's
Yeah.
it. That's like
Yeah, for real.
all of her. She's not in a lot of it.
Like, why are you still fucking hanging around him? Why?
Exactly. You didn't have to go with them at
Leave.
all.
Fucking leave.
Uh, go back to your stand you left unattended like a day
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. It's like everything's gone. Like,
Yeah.
but you're fucked.
So then they decide they're gonna go to Vegas for reasons.
I
What?
think because rabbit.
Yeah, cause rabbit.
Yeah.
And they get a spliffed, which
Which
is
I
just a
I
lift
I
with weed.
I chuckled at that one. I thought that one was
It was a
funny.
good joke, but it's literally just the lift logo with an
Yeah.
SP slapped on the side of it.
It's very lazy.
Yeah,
Like, even
but
lazy for them. Like,
again, like it was kind of a funny joke.
yeah.
But they could have even made like a plain font logo. They didn't need to literally
No.
steal the Lyft logo. Maybe it was an actual Lyft and they just put an SP like sticker in
Yeah.
front of it.
And can we talk about that fucking driver for a second?
Yeah, was
Like,
that wasn't an actress. That was just a driver, right?
what's up with their fucking accent?
I couldn't tell if they were trying to like sound like they were from somewhere or if they were just trying if that was just how they talk. I don't know what was happening. But
Weird shit.
every time I was like, what? What was that? And then they would go away. And then they come back like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It-
Like, God.
this movie.
Yeah.
And also Batty is like literally the fake Batty is literally in love with the Gingerweed Band.
Okay. I guess.
Because since the Ginger Dead Man is not in this movie, so they need to have the Gingerweed Man get weird.
Which he didn't like. He kind of gave off that vibe, I guess, last movie. But then now
Technically, she came on to him.
Yeah, and he just turns into a fucking horn dog, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And it we'll get there, but it's a thing. Again, another one of these movies has this thing.
It's
so many. A
like
majority of these movies have had this stuff in it. And then they start singing 100 bongles of weed on the wall.
and then fucking God, like fucking fake baddie,
Yeah, just like
baddie,
loudly going
just
into it.
really getting really into it. And Rabbit doesn't seem to fucking care.
No, he's smoking weed and heading to Vegas.
Evie and Misty, they're dying.
Yeah, Evie and Misty are like best friends because Evie has literally no purpose in this movie other than to talk to Misty.
Yeah.
Like she literally does nothing. Most of them do nothing in this movie. Nothing actually happens until the last like 5 minutes. And even then, it doesn't actually have a resolution. It just happens.
Nothing matters in this movie.
No.
Nothing matters at all.
It's just a bunch of literal random scenes. I know we keep saying this, but it gets worse. It just keeps getting worse and more random. Because then Lucifer and Beelzebub, Lucy's planning revenge to get, out of sexy hell. And Beelzebub's not worried. He just wants to get back to boning, doing sexy things.
Yeah.
And Lucy's over sexy hell and Beelzebub at this point. Like it's not dark enough for her. So she's planning on rebaking the ginger dead man and invading Earth. And then I hope you got enough out of that 3-minute scene because she hasn't come back till the very end of the movie.
Yep. Great.
So then Evie is like, we get this shot because whenever you have like a bunch of people from like a smaller place going to like a big city, you always have that shot of them like sticking their head out of the limo on the strip. So they have Evie like sticking her head out of the window. That was kind of funny.
And someone's like, "Hey,"
and she's like, "Fuck you."
Fucking bitch.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was.
And again, it's when you don't have to shove the humor in someone's face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like they get some wins every now and again.
Yeah,
but they can't seem to grasp it at all. Like
exactly.
And it's not like they haven't made other pretty okay movies before. Like why go downhill so hard?
And they did another good joke when they're talking about like what they do with their lives, and she's like, "You're not one of those writers, are you?" And she's like, "No, I actually have something to show for my life's work." And I was like, "Damn, you're gonna come at me like that?" Yeah. That was a good joke, but like most of the other jokes they do, it's just like they just want to hammer it over like you're not gonna get it. Like subtlety is gonna be, especially when you're working for cheap, is the base of comedy. You don't want to like be like, "Hey, this is a joke," because it's not funny. But sometimes they show competence, and a lot of the times they don't. So it's hard to tell.
Most of the time they're just straight dumb.
Yeah, most of the time they're just kind of winging it. Like I am convinced there are no scripts for these movies. They just kind of go.
I think they just wanted to go to Vegas and was like, "Hey, you want to shoot a movie?"
Yeah, exactly. Like we need like 20 grand to go to Vegas.
Jesus.
So Misty kind of like hints that she might have been like a hooker in the past. And then they're like, "We want to go see a show." So they go to Versnatchi, which is from the last movie. She was with Larnell's half brother. Also, Larnell not in this movie, not even mentioned in this movie.
Oh god, yeah, but like strike on them, not even mentioning.
Nope, nothing.
Character, nothing.
So the last thing we ever got from Larnell was he's in Rabbit's head. That's it. That's all we have. So they go to Versnatchi's Puppet Show, which is fucking puppets. So this Elvis puppet, which is like a life-size puppet of Elvis, literally fucks this chick.
Yeah.
And we see a lot with this chick. We see full snatch and everything. Like there's nothing left to imagination.
They went full blow.
They did. And then at one point his studded dick comes up and blows silly string all over the audience. That we saw all of it.
Yeah. It didn't like it was long.
It was like a 4-minute scene. Way too much. And again, this doesn't do anything.
Nope. It's literally just them watching this puppet fuck this chick, and then this chick jerk off the puppet until it blows silly string off all over everyone, and they just that's all they do, and
And
that's it.
they go, wow, that was a thing. And it's like, why'd you even
Why?
do this? Why'd you go to this? And then Rabbit's like, take us to the nicest, cheapest fuck hotel. And they go to this really nice hotel, which is haunted as fuck, which is why it's so cheap. So they get in, and there's this weird, like, there's like paintings on the ceiling. I was like, what the fuck is that about? Like,
they just crop the wall and just slap those to ceilings. Like, they won't notice.
yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. No one cares. No one cares.
Fine.
Just throw it up there.
I won't tell anyone.
And then like fake baddie does this stupid, like, she's hitting the bell and dancing around and being annoying. Yep. Then the two burnouts from the past like 4 movies are ghosts who bought this somehow, like post-mortem bought this hotel. And one of them is also trans now.
Yep.
For reasons.
Yeah.
And
like,
also the other one didn't die in the last movie, but somehow between died.
Yeah, I think it's hinted that he OD'd on like estrogen pills or some shit.
Either way, really dumb.
Like it was. I don't like them. Okay, I don't like either of them to begin with, and it's just not very tasteful comedy.
And also they do this joke where they're like, oh, we can't pick things up. But then like at one point he picks up the key card to put in the door. Yeah, and then like, also at another point, one's smoking an actual bong. It's not like a ghost bong. It's like a legit bong. So it's like you could pick up some things, but you can't pick up other things. Like when is this applicable?
Like they're very inconsistent with like showing them off as ghosts too.
Exactly.
Like their whole face and like chest will be like gray, but then
their hands are like not painted at all. I noticed that.
Or like in the hallway, he's not even colored. Instead, they don't even try.
Yeah.
It's
again, they don't care. they don't care.
They don't.
This is a Megan movie.
They wanted to go to Vegas.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, they get their rooms, and it's clear they're clearly just like they shot in a hotel. Yeah. Like for like I think that one room might have been a little bit of a set, or like they just set dressed an actual like hotel lobby. Yeah. But these rooms look like actual like a standard hotel room that they just put some paintings and shit up. Yeah. Like that's all that they pretty much, which again, respect. I stuff that we all do. Yeah. But then things just get super fucking weird.
Yeah.
Because Baddie is like, fake Baddie is on the couch with the gingerweed man and like it's like the pogo dance from the original Evil Bong, where she's just kind of like jumping around and thinking that's sexy.
Like, why can't she just be Luann if she's just gonna do this? Like
exactly, like you're doing Luann shtick, like just do it.
Like, what the fuck? It's
so that happens. And then Evie's watching Head of the Family, which is another full moon movie. Yeah. And her and Misty talk about bringing out her inner badass bitch. And then Rabbit is at the bar, and he's already served himself, and then asks the ghost to serve him just so they can say, oh, we can't because we can't pick it up. Yeah, but he's just drinking like straight Maker's Mark.
Yeah, like he takes a long time to explain that too, and he's like, just get rid of. I don't want them anymore. I don't want.
But again, it's another useless scene. Like he's already has a drink, and he's like, "Can you serve me another drink?" And he's like, can't." And then he's like, "Oh, okay." And then he just pours straight Maker's Mark in a glass. It's like,
I'm like, is it hinted that someone served him before already? Like, if he's already,
he already like poured himself a drink. Just do it again.
Like, come on.
So yeah, that was just random. Then the two rednecks and the crack whore from High Five show back up. Great. And basically they just came back from the Fuppet show. There's a lot of I tells ya and he tell, you tell, do tells.
I tell you what. I tell ya.
A lot of that.
I'll give them this. Like during this portion of the movie, like them going back and forth and talking.
It was funny.
It was good, and I actually noticed some actually very good camera work. Mm-hmm. Like it was actually nice to watch, and it was funny.
It was a welcome distraction from the bullshit that was happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically from what I've interpreted from their redneck speak is that the crack whore decided to take a break so her vagina would heal. So she took their beer money and went to Vegas, and they say she keeps getting paid from the one-armed bandit, but she keeps sneaking off and hitting the slot machines and winning money at the slot machines. That's what they're too stupid to realize. They think it's a one-armed guy paying her in coins, but in reality, she's just good at slot machines.
Yeah. And I guess she married the dude with the eye patch.
Yeah, the Joe Cracker guy. I guess they're together. But yeah, that again, what would normally be kind of annoying was like, oh, okay, like this is the worst. Yeah. So you know, but they don't come back after this. So no. Again, it's a thing. Because she sneaks off again and they're like, oh no, we got to go catch that one-armed bandit, and they run off. And I'm like, why can't we just follow them?
Yeah,
like this is a more fun
way
movie.
More interesting.
Exactly. And also she had a funny line too, and she said, well, when life gives you shit, you make other shit. That was kind of funny. Yeah. And they show off their redneck tans too. So the gingerweed man orders a room service hooker because he's got blue balls.
Yep.
And then Rabbit finds a trans hooker at the bar named Rendezvous joke. Then we cut to the gingerweed man fucking porn star Leia Falcon. Yep. She must have had a rough week or something and just needed the paycheck.
Yeah, probably.
And like, again, nothing left of the imagination. We see full snatch.
Yep. It's basically softcore porn at this point, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's just going at it for a while. And then Batty walks in, gets very upset. Yep. And then she gets almost naked because she just has nipple tassels on. I'm like, this is the most naked Robin Sidney's ever got in all these movies. Jeez. And again, it's the thing. Now Misty has a new wardrobe. She went full badass bitch, but really she's just wearing black and dyed her hair. Basically what most girls do when they change their mood. It's nothing original here. And then Jesus. Lucy makes the Ginger twins out of the Ginger Dead Man's dough. And it's a boy and a girl, and it's like one has tits, and that's not fun. And they kill Beelzebub. So again, this guy has died twice now in this franchise. Yeah. And then we cut back to our group who finds Phoebe, who has franchised Evie's magical weed dispensary. And Lucy Fur is her sister because they're played by the same actress.
Obviously. Makes total sense.
Yep.
Everything's coming together. The pieces starting to fall into place, man.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, this is really turning into a doozy of a plot.
The odyssey of these movies.
And she tries to make a suck it circus joke at Batty, who just completely like ducks it. So it just ends up being awkward. Yay. And then we also get a plug for the weed dab inhaler. So again, another fucking product plug.
Yep. They had to mention the fucking vape cup in the beginning.
They did. They did have a vape cup because it was in the spliff.
Had to.
I was like, these motherfuckers. They just keep
fucking shameless
hashing their shit. God. Then the Ginger twins arrive with Beelzebub's head. And they escape to Tom Devlin's Horror Museum, which is an actual place in Boulder, Colorado that I would much rather have spent time in than watching this movie. So it's on my list. I want to go to this place. This looks fun because there's a lot of really cool shit in here. Yeah. A lot of cool horror memorabilia, along with a signed Hatchet poster at the top. I saw that. And also there was a Ginger Dead Man puppet and 3 of the evil Bong puppets on display in there as well. So that was nifty. I saw the alien Bong puppet in there. I was like, hey, I remember that movie. That was fun.
That's dope.
So yeah, cool. We got to go there sometime. That looked totally dope. That sounds pretty cool. Boulder, Colorado. And you know what else is good in Colorado? Ooh. We should go. Yes. So Then while they're in there, Lucifer chases them around with an axe and then just gives up.
Yeah.
Because she sees Rabbit is wearing a tunneler mask from the Puppet Master franchise, and the other chick's wearing a Killjoy mask. And then basically she just leaves them there. And then Helvis arrives with the Ginger Twins in a pumpkin basket. Yeah. And then that's it.
Yep.
That's the fucking movie.
Just ends.
A bunch of nonsense that just ends in a bunch of nonsense. Nothing is explained. Nothing concludes. Nothing means absolutely anything. Things just happen for an hour.
See, see, we're as an audience, we're supposed to piece everything together, you know. Like it's one big puzzle.
It's like we have pieces from 4 different puzzles. We're trying to make one. Like it doesn't work.
It's so. This is already like I'm already gonna say this is my least favorite movie. This one.
Although I did do some digging, I found the budgets for 666 and 777. Cole, what do you think the budget was for Evil Bong 666?
$2,000.
$50,000.
Oof, need to give him a little bit more credit, I guess.
What was the budget for 777?
$30,000.
$25,000. They literally had half the budget.
Wow.
Anyway. So yeah, very, very cheap budgets, clearly. And I know 20,000 of 777's budget was raised online.
Oh, wow. Definitely.
So and we're done. We did it.
Thank God.
That's Evil Bong 777. Join us next time. We're gonna start with Demoni or Demons, the Italian kind of demon, kind of zombie film. It's very 80s and it's very batshit crazy, but in a fun way. And I can't wait to talk about something that actually has some sort of semblance of plot and sense.
I'm ready for fun movies.
Exactly. So until next time, stay safe and stay nerdy.